Mr. Suma, welcome to Word on the Street again. The last way you will talk, you mean tell me, say, you can explain to me, viewer, them, how government, they run the economy.
Yes.
You for explain to me people about that?
Yes, the last time we've been talking about the two types of policy, one are fiscal policy and monetary policy. But today I want to focus just on the fiscal policy. The fiscal policy with the Minister of Finance they deal with, the monetary policy and the central bank they deal with. The fiscal policy they deal with waiting government they do for collect revenue from the activities and economic activities that they happen in the country and use that money there for running itself. Usually then they collect revenue and spend only waiting they're able to get and then call a balanced budget. But if the government they spend past waiting they collect, now it can lead to the bigger who country don't depend for all these years under APC and under SLPP. All them two governments they have. Every year na bigger who depend. We get gold, we get diamond, we get bauxite, we get iron ore, we get marine resources, we get all sorts of mineral resources where other country do not get. But year after year, we own governments they pan bigger no more. The next way governments they get money for fill that gap there, like the budget will present. Now 1.4 trillion in government they collect, but then they plan for spend 2.9 trillion loans. And that 2.9 trillion they the difference where don't happen between them two figures then they either get for go take grant from other countries then like China now China they now bigger country who they make from because England and America they all on tie with we, or they go take loan from the World Bank and IMF. Right now as I speak, the debt within a salon here it pass 1.6 billion, not a million, no, billion, 1.6 billion dollars within the past 10 years. So the fiscal policy where they deal with taxation, where government they collect revenue for running itself. Now I want to touch on right now. Now the businesses where they operate in the country, quite a good number of them where they pay enough taxes. Some no they pay taxes at all. Let's focus on the mineral resources area. The research we don't do. Most countries around the world, especially Africa, then corporate taxes that way then gold, diamond, bauxite, iron ore and rutile company they pay to their own country them, it is between 20 to 40% of the profit of the company they make. Salon, they make Yuki and bring down the taxation to 10%. Now ask yourself, why company then are Angola, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Guinea, and other countries them, Ghana, then they pay 20 to 30% corporate tax to the government. We own government, they say 10%. Now two reasons for that. One, now because we don't get the infrastructure. Because usually, if you get the right infrastructure for any company and go operate, you know, get for spend extra, like for provide energy, then obviously we expect them to pay the right amount of tax. But the second area, now because people in our government, then they make deals with the mining company. If mining company say, I can't for come mine in the country, you tell and say, the tax rate na 30%. The man say no problem. But if you tell the man say no, before I sign you paper, you have to put $1 million in your account. And every year, before I renew, I have to put $1 million in your account. The man say go tell you say, bro, if you want to put $1 million in your account in a corner, I don't go pay that 30% to pass you grant can loan to 10% or 5%. It starts alone the loss. And when I talk about 10%, when sometimes where a company don't make profit on at $10 million, $10 million. Now one gain $1. $1 million na in salon they get. Then that 10%. Other countries na $3 million. Then they collect from that profit rate. Then at 30%. But salon na $1 million. Why? Because they make deal with the company, then the company they take another $1 million go give minister or president. So now $1 million number they go to the people then. So that make salon government always they add up. Where they go for bigger. The other area, the tax concession the way they give to individuals them. If Salon don't be today, as somebody turn minister, he don't become duty-free agent. Somebody turn parliamentarian, you don't become duty-free agent. And at inside the government, they make money, they collect revenue for running itself. But if anybody where they fly in and out, you they bring container account because you're a minister, you know they pay custom duty. Because you're whatever, you know they pay custom duties. Then girlfriend in the car, you know they pay custom duties. The company where they bring car for can run the way them, then they give tax concession to all the mining company them. Then girlfriend and big vehicle and say when they bring car, then they duty free. Government they add up no more. When push cap and shop, they say, oh, government not get money, then go put load na them market to man again. So how for address that? Now for review the taxation and review the kind of agreement they will get with the mining company them, so they pay the right tax, just like other countries they get the right tax when they collect from the company. The second area also they lost money actually. When they mining company, like rutile for instance, gold mining, diamond mining, and other iron ore mining company them. The way they collect, when they mine, the amount of minerals when they extract from we country, we not get any system in place where we were able to verify the exact amount. And the taxation where we tax them, it is based on the amount and value of the mineral resources when they extract. So if man where they run sell a rutile, no say if he mine, let's say 20,000 tons of rutile, the profit where they generate from now and then, from now and then they go tax them. Obviously, you can't report saying at 10,000 tons of rutile now they send. So that 10,000 tons, where they know they report, now the government they lost money. One, they lost money on the tax rate. Two, they lost money on the quantity and the value of the mineral resources the way they extract. We not get no way. Either now you kill and they pass inside there, or now the lack of knowledge where they inside the system. Now that make we need a government to get the right type of people who understand how the economy operates. So we're able to know how much quantity of diamonds in the extract, how much quantity of gold in the extract, how much quantity of bauxite and rutile in the extract. So we're able to get the right taxation on them. The other area where they really look at, property tax. When we go salon recently, you see multi-million-dollar houses them around the country, Freetown all over the place. Nobody they pay tax. If they pay tax on a small thing, why? Then suppose for they pay property tax, the estimation what we don't make when I look at Freetown in general, if they put no more an average of $100 when I like 700,000 loans, or them big houses they need. An average of that one day, Salon, the Freetown city alone, they get over $10 million a year. If they do the right calculation. So that are some of the areas that they, and then the other area the whole government they lost taxation. What people then go for go register business? Hey, but for go register business, the person not even start if you want to creep all your money in your hand. Inside America, now, when will they go register business? The business will be the run. Why I register $120 now pay? But guess what? Every year I go for renew. Every year I go for register. I go for go reaffirm that certificate. And they pay extra $40. And they left for pay that one they tell as long as the business they exist. So if we get that kind of system there, one person they pay small for go register business, then every year I go to renew certificate. So that means the government will get income they can on a general basis, because you discourage people them for go register business when they ask for too much money. Me want go for go register business where I go na salon. The man go ask me say for go pay I think 1.2 million euros. 1.2 million euros for go register one small paper no more. And not even start the business itself. So some of the areas that the government need for check into in terms of collecting revenue. Now let's look at the expenditure, because 2.9 trillion euros not to picking money that one day will be brother and sister them. For that government they spend that kind of money when at 1.4 no more they collect, because they give too much tax concession to their mining company, they give more tax concession duty free to everybody. Where push cap and shop, you say pap no pass GST and the poor people them. Where push cap and shop, Govt no put fuel taxation on the gas people them. Who people away own their country, in the sweat and in the suffer. When they put tax on top them no more, then when they left the other people and now they make the money, they turn millionaire and they go out of the country, they need to tax them properly. Now look at expenditure. As I've been mentioned the last time, from 2007 to now, we government don't increase over 4 times. You get some ministry, then they will get 3 ministers. Small salon, 3 minister, minister 1, deputy minister 1, deputy minister 2. You get look like the Ministry of Education. Sport and education have been one ministry the last time. Now they don't split that one day. The Ministry of the Youth Affairs, there's so many agencies. All that are engmadem because they use the government as an employment agency for them party members them. Ebo, they will mammy in school picking and not get enough schools for let them go there. People they go school on that pantic that the villages them. Government say not get money for build school. Picking and they struggle for go school. Book no day. Government say not get money. Picking and those people, mammy they struggle for put them picking and go school. Then say for pay school fees. Government say not get money. They all not ready. When I begin for spend 50% and they create the agencies that they want to contribute to the economy. Whose kind government is that one day? If you go to the embassies them, they get press attaché, they get education attaché, they get military attaché, they get all the attaché they want to contribute to salon. Yet government they spend like them someone they pay them $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. You calculate that day per year, and you calculate that day per 10 or 15 other people them around the entire all the embassies they will get around the world. By my own estimation, if government look and remove all them jelly bad where they don't send at all them embassies that they will not do toto, where they contribute to the economy, it will save over $2.5 million every year. That $2.5 million there, you know how many lives they go save if you invest them now with healthcare system. You know how many lives they go save if you invest them now the agricultural sector where they go for them. You know how many lives they go save for that you go able for help with fishermen at the coastal line so that they go able for earn a living. Now we don't get a system, we get fish at the coastal line. Jana back now other side where revenue supposed for come out. But then they allow Chinese money and all kind of refer people in the car, then they collect all the fish along the coastal line of the country. We don't brother and sister the way that the fishermen there. Then they come up from Bont and the other side and they for come fishing. Fish out there again. Because they don't want bring all the machine can clear all the fish. What the money what the people in the get from that? When the fisherman and go for go fish and not get fish, then go back home, then die with angry. So until then we don't see evidence where Chinese money they shoot. We don't more than a young country. We don't get government to fight for them. Then thing that they need for stop. We need to go back and protect we territorial waters. We need a government who is serious, who is determined, who be say, if you see we pass law, we talk to this and with territorial waters. Any man, any Chinese man or any Korean man or any shipwrecker will not get license. Will they fire you? Will they blow your head off? Because if you can't take all the fish and come on now water, what's in happen? Now people will die. Before people will die, that Chinese man will fire him. We come on our territorial waters. Will they send a communique to all the embassies that they know say we own territorial waters. Anybody who come for can mess up with fish then people in the get fish, they don't even forget fish or feed the people who they blow them off. Because government no continue for the broke. All the mining company go pay the right taxes. All the tax concession when they get duty free them for clear all down and let the government get money. And reduce the size of the government. Reduce the size of the government. Turn off some of all the agencies that they want to contribute to the economy. Save the money so that the 1.4 trillion when they collect is supposed to be able for one the affairs of the government so that we focus on 4 major areas: energy, healthcare, food security, agriculture, and education. Any country when they're able for produce, will ever grow. And we all economy now we depend on imported goods from all over the world. So all the money will they work, all the energy will they put into them. Any imported food where you buy, any imported product where you buy, now the economy of the country will produce them, now you support. So we for begin for aware. If you be say you mammy they sell granite oil where would they make nasalon and coconut oil, do you not buy that imported oil? We forget that national interest and begin support with young people the way they produce. In economics it's simple. If you know they produce, you know they grow. If you depend on imported, and the one way they import, now you they support. So Lonta, the brother and sister them. Now two sides and one day where I feel to say the government need to focus on reduce the expenditure, cancel some of them agencies that they will not contribute nothing, close some of the embassies that won't able for sustain, reduce some of the staff then at the embassy will not contribute. What's the press attaché they do? What is education attaché to do what we call education system? Those who know for even fix the policies in the country. What is military attaché to do? Now the embassies and they. Why we for the spend that kind of money? 50% people in the suffer in the country. So the next video we will talk about monetary policies. We will deal with that one. Now in terms of incentive, how the government will encourage businesses then for can invest. I want to look at this clearly. I talk say if we dey import, we dey lost money. Anytime we import, we dey lost money in two major areas. One, it dey destroy the industries and the other businesses that we for produce now in the country. And two, we dey take we own loans for buy dollars, and the dollar price, the more we dey demand for dollars, the more the dollar price they go on, and the people they continue for suffer. So how you for change that? We for look at all the type of goods and services what we dey import, and look at among them goods and services the one that we will go able for produce. I can give you an example. Instead of we import beef, canas alone, let we invest in the farmers then that we brother and sister the way we get ranch cow yard them. Now places like Kabbalah, Cambia, and then side and they support them with veterinary officers, support them with technology and the resources we're going for make them produce more cow so we no go import cow. But why we for the import chicken for heaven's sake? Why you not go able for create incentive for them to get poultry in every district? So that people are able for produce their own chicken in the country. Why we for the import oil for cook? We get coconut oil, we get palm oil, we get granite oil. Why we not go invest in them? I mean, the way they plant them granates and then people know they plant them coconuts and then people know they plant them banana and they so go produce more oil in our own country, so we no go for import oil. Plenty of their examples and they let's focus on rice. In the 60s, we've been the export rice. Today, we depend on Chinese man and Taiwan and other countries for produce rice for we. The government has spent over $100 million a year for buy rice for police, military, and then government officials. That need for end. Government for ban the purchase of imported rice. We know they ban the importation of rice, so let them bring the rest no more. But government not for buy imported rice anymore. That money they, that $50 to $100 million who they spend every year for buy rice for soldier money with them. Let them buy country rice. What me go recommend to the government, because they get different types of goods and services. You get consumer goods. That now goods they buy, like we buy bread, I don't know so. They get what they call capital goods. Goods the way they use for produce other goods then. So if government want really help the economy, if we make a list of the most essential capital goods the way we need in the country, you tell the world, you tell all man, any investor, you say if you bring that kind of goods there, like if somebody bring machine car where they dig ground so people will plant granite, they will use all duty free. If you bring machine car where they make cassava, where they might process them, by way them so people don't go away them duty free. If you bring boss can duty free because boss not one person they shouldn't inside it. But if you bring Benz or you bring SUV when a luxury vehicle them, if you get triple taxation duty free because a luxury vehicle. And if somebody bring cam anything where they use for build factory for able for produce, if you not only if you give them duty free, if you give them assistance, you provide all sorts of assistance because the fiscal policy they deal with only in terms of taxation. So there is some limitation there. Other areas and the way the monetary policy will go for do for incentivize for create incentive for the businesses they will touch on in the other areas. So all them capital products them, if them talk and they bring capital products and they even give loan to individuals and businesses where they bring capital equipment into the country, then they will create an incentive for them to be able to create more businesses around the country.